Sonic in the Search for Love, Chapter 2. Yes, we are, but we all saw you dead, and there was a big funeral in both your honors. It was a good ceremony. I cried a lot and dug your grave because I didn't want anyone to help me. I missed you, Uncle Chuck, and I'm just wondering how you survived, and I check your pulse. You were clearly dead, says Sonic. Now, nephew, I will tell you the tale of how I survived from Eggman onslaught, and I'm sorry about Bunny, but there was no way to save her. Earlier that day, Bunny and I were enjoying each other's company while we were talking about your relationship with each other, and she told me about the surprise that you were going to get when you came back. About an hour you two left, I heard some re-soling in the bushes, and me and Bunny checked it out. We heard Eggman talking with Snively about as soon as they were done with this village, they were going to attack the city of Pouncefield. They sent a spy to St. Lovejoy's school, and that spy is staying there with a family and is acting completely normal, or as normal as that school can be. We then called them to enroll you in the school, Sonic, and your parents wouldn't let us enroll you there, Tails, because you're way too smart for any school out there. About half an hour after they came and attacked the village, only reason we didn't do anything about it when we saw him, because we thought you two would be back before any of this would happen. We tried to hold them off, but Bunny didn't survive, and I deactivated myself. Ever since Eggman roboticized me and you helped me out from freeing me from his grasp. I've learned that I would just deactivate myself for a while, and I would automatically reactive myself many hours later. I hope that answers your questions and learned some info that will be helpful to you later, son. You have to, in Pouncefield in 2.5 weeks. Your uniform will be coming in 2 days, and have some other clothes to wear when outside of school there. They have a law that you have to clothes on, instead of just underwear and other garments that the women have to wear. While I'm waiting, Uncle, I'm going to see if anyone in Eggman hideout. Sonic stays there for the night while they celebrate that his dad alive. Even the whole time they were celebrate, Tails just thinking about Sonic Cock and how he wanted to have sex with him. The next day, Sonic rushes out the door after saying goodbye to his uncle and his best friend Tails. He rushed off to Eggman Hideout and saw a knot attached to the front door of Eggman Factory that said, "We are currently out right now. We hope you come back sometime soon. The renovations will continue until the winter, so please come back then, from the loving Dr. Eggman." Sonic then opened the door and saw the place dead. There was nothing there at all. He checked the whole place, and there was nothing there at all. He then went home and told them that Eggman wasn't anywhere to be found and was going to search the whole forest until he does. The next day and a half was spent exploring the whole forest and didn't see or hear anything about Eggman. Sonic went back home to his uncle's place and told them he nowhere to be seen. The rest of the day was spent of finishing up unfinished business and didn't want to forget about with Tails and some of the other villagers. It turned out they just wanted to suck his cock or let him bang them. Sonic then went to Tails' house and asked him what he was talking about. They went into Tails' room, and Tails bent over and said, "I've always wanted you to stick your massive cock inside me and come inside my butt." "You sure you want me to do that? Because I don't feel comfortable with this. It would completely destroy our relationship we've had for years. I really want this man, and I'll completely value our relationship after you do this for me." Sonic understands why Tails wants this so bad, because they won't see each other for a while. Sonic found he enjoyed giving butt sex to him, and asked his friend to do the same thing. Tails also enjoyed screwing his best friend in the ass and cummed inside him. They said their final goodbyes to each other. Sonic went back to his uncle's place, and the school uniform arrived, and there were extra clothes for him to wear outside of school. His uncle also gave him a back card with Sonic's name on it. I've been putting money every month since the day you were born until my hot dog stand became no more, thanks to Dr. Eggman. It contains over $500,000 on it, so use it on school stuff and food, or I'm going to come over there and hit you in the balls so hard and repeatedly for about 10 times in a row at your school. I get your point, Uncle, and I'll only use it for school stuff and food. The next day, Sonic was getting packed up and ready to head off, and just as he was heading out the door, he ran into Tails, who was just about to knock on the door. "Hi, Tails." "Hi, Sonic. I'm going to miss you, and this place. But I got to head out and stop Eggman, no matter what the cost," says Sonic. "I'm going to miss you too, pal," says Tails. His uncle came to the front of the house and told him you can't and must not go, and Sonic speed so your cover won't be blown. You're going to have to take the bus. "I understand, Uncle, because I don't want the spy to spot me before I know how it is and how Eggman linked to all this." Sonic walked out of the village and says goodbye to everyone and this village. This is my first step on the journey to Pounce Field, and only to see what lies outside of this place. I wonder what lies out there, and I hope I find Eggman along the way, because I have a little over 2 weeks to get there. To be continued.